So in this video, I will talk about a topic, alligation and mixture, right? So generally, this topic, alligation and mixture, actually we use this word basically for a shortcut. Okay. As we just talked about three questions of average before this video, uh, it means wherever you will notice that there are two particular things, right? And if you have the knowledge of first stuff and you have a knowledge of second stuff and you have a knowledge of little information about the average of these two, so you can apply the allegation, right? Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C, and you can apply allegation in this way. You will simply say if A is greater than B, you will simply say this is A minus C and this is C minus B, and this will represent the quantity of first and the second, right? So this is the shortcut we generally apply in allegation. Okay. Now how to use this concept in the question that is in front of us? This is what I will tell you now. All right. So if you will notice in this question, I talked about there are two type of pulses, right? So generally you will notice wherever I will apply this method of allegation, I'm talking about two stuff, right? For example, in what ratio must a grocer mix two varieties of pulses? Means the first variety of pulse whose rate is rupees 15 per kg. Okay. And the second is rupees 20 per kg. Okay. So as to get a mixture worth rupees 16.50 per kg. So what is the point? The point is if we have knowledge of the first, we have the knowledge of second, right? And we have the knowledge of the information or the information of the combined, we can apply the allegation. Okay. And you will simply say 20 is bigger than 15. So 20 minus 16.50 will be 3.5. And 16.5 minus 15 is 1.5. So this is 5,735, 5,315. And what is the question? Question is what ratio must a grocer mix two variety of pulses? So this is the quantity of 1 and this is the quantity of 2. And you will simply say the ratio of Q1 is to Q2 is 7 is to 3, and that is my answer. Okay, or simply, let's say if you are not aware about this logic, what you will say? You will say the first, let's say the total quantity is X kg. The price is rupees 15 per kg. Okay. And the second is, let's say, Y kg. Okay. And the price is rupees 20 per kg. Okay. It means how to find out the average? You will simply say average means sum by number. So we'll simply say sum means 15x plus 20y by x plus y, and that is equals to the average, and average is given to you 16.50. Okay. So if you will solve this value, you will get 15x plus 20y equals to 16.5x plus 16.5y. And if you will solve properly and you will say these two value will give you 1.5x, these two value will give us 3.5y, and x by y will give me 35 by 15. Okay. And that is 7 by 3. Okay. So x is the quantity of 1, y is the quantity of 3 is the quantity of second one. So this is what we are getting the same thing. So what is the main concern? Main concern is the reason you should be aware about this thing so that you can avoid these type of calculation. That's why this is the purpose I'm discussing about this word allegation, how to use it this way. That the main point is without using variables, you can find out the answer. This is the purpose of this question. All right. So let's move toward the point number 2, where I will tell you the word how to use mixture, right? Questions and how to solve the question from the topic mixture. Okay. Now let's say we have the question in which I'm talking about a mixture of 105 liter milk and water. Ratio is 8 is to 7. So basically the point is, if you will say, what is the next point? If some amount of mixture is removed in which 14 liter was water, means you removed something, right? In this 14 liter is water and remaining is milk. So what is the point? The whatever you quantity you will remove, again ratio will not change. Milk is 8, water is 7. So water is 7, milk is 8. So 7 to 14, 8 to 16. Again you are removing how much? You are removing 30 liter. Okay. So finally you have the quantity 105 minus 30 and that will become 75 liter. Again this ratio of milk and water will be 8 is to 7. What is the point? Point is 5 liter of water is added, right? You know very well if this is 8 is to 7, milk is 15 equals to 75, 1 equals to 5 and 8 5 40. So milk is 40, water is 7 5 35, right? Now the 5 liter of water is added means now it will become 40. 40 is the water, milk 40 is the water. What is the final ratio? That is 1 is to 1. And the new ratio of milk to water is again 1 is to 1 and that is the answer. Okay, so this is the procedure that you can use to solve question from the topic mixture. Okay, let's take one more question to give you more better understanding. Let's say a vessel contain a mixture of 160 liter of milk, 20 liter water, right? Milk and water. Milk is 160 liter, water is 20 liter. This ratio will be 8 is to 1. Okay. Now the X liter of mixture is taken out. We don't know what is the quantity is taken out. Now we have this again the ratio of milk and water will remain same, which is 8 is to 1. Okay. And 20 liter of milk, 20 liter of milk and 25 liter of water is to be added, okay, to the remaining mixture. Okay, and finally we have again milk and water with the different ratio obviously. Now the question is the difference between the quantity of milk and water. Finally we have 100 liter. The difference of milk and water is 100 liter. Find out the value of this X. Again, please be with me and please understand how to solve this type of question. You notice one thing, we are not aware about this quantity. I'm telling you the layman method that we can use. Okay, let's say this is y, this quantity is y. Okay, so milk here is 8 by 9 of y, water here is 1 by 9 of y because total is 9, and we are adding 20 liter milk here and water we are adding 25. Okay, so the difference of milk and water will be 100 given to you. So you will simply say 8 by 9y plus 20 minus y by 9 minus 25, that should be 100, right? And if you will solve it further, 7 by 9 minus 5 equal to 105, 7y by 9 equal to 100, this is 105, 717, 535, value of y will be 135. Simply we are saying this is nothing but 135. So definitely this was 180. How much we are removing? 45. That is our answer. Okay. So this is a procedure that you can use. Right now I'm using variable so that you understand clearly, right? Now if I will not using variable, let's say I'm not using variable. Now what you will say, simply you can say one thing. Please understand, if milk is 8, let's say milk and water ratio here is, we have milk and water ratio we have is, let's say here we are talking about, it's 8 is to 1. Okay. Now if milk is 8 and we are adding 20 liter milk, okay, done, minus if water is 1, we are adding 25 liter water, the difference should be 100. Please understand this is a assumed value, this is a assumed value, these two are real value. So we'll simply say 8 minus 1 is 7, 20 minus 25 is 5 equal to 100. Please understand you cannot subtract assumed value from the assumed value and the real value. So we'll simply say value of 7 will be real plus real, 105, 1 is 15. So we can simply say 1 is 15, so total is 9, 8 and 1 9. So 9 into 15 is 135 again. So there are a lot of method, right? So my suggestion to you, please understand always the basic. Please don't forget the basics. That will help you always, right? So in this video, this is enough, right? So next thing we will discuss in the new video. Okay. So I believe everything is clear.